Good morning. My name is Jeffrey Yorio, and today I'm going to read a part from my first book, Sundowners Are Really Human. A warning, trigger warning here. This reading does have some unalivings in it. Akron, Ohio. Lock Park 3, a mecca for those desiring entertainment, music, and events year round in Akron, Ohio. Though now mid October, the weather was still comfortable, more like late September. Jay Sin was the park's head groundskeeper and the last name on Agate's list. Agate entered the maintenance shed before closing, surprising a worker who had the unfortunate luck to be drinking whiskey. She doubted anyone heard his pathetic gurglings as she grabbed a hand rake and drove its three semi pointed prongs into his neck. With nothing but time on her hands, she used it to put blood in her belly and sate the craving that was beginning to take more and more control of her. When finished, she splashed the whiskey on his body, dropped the flask on the ground. She sat the body on a chair and placed a pitchfork in its hands, holding it there for about 2 hours until rigor mortis set in, the prongs pointing toward the door. Then she waited, perched on a shelf above the door. Jay Sin approached the shed the next morning. Carl, you left the goddamn door open. Drunk on a job again, I bet. You didn't even punch out. Well, you just earned yourself a week-long suspension. We probably had everything stolen. As Jay opened the door, entered the shed, and took a few steps in, he stepped on something tacky. He looked down, and that's when Agate swung down, hitting his back with her feet, forcing him chest first onto the pitchfork. Agate relished the sound of the tine sinking into Jay's chest, the blood flowing from the three holes in his pathetic attempts to pull himself off the pitchfork. She walked in front of him, the recognition of who she was shone in his eyes. She smiled and waved as he reached out to grab her. My mother's soul can finally rest. You're the last of Dulcinea's mothers and daughters to have my revenge on. Oh, I do like your new name, Jason, aka Jason. So, tell me, does the pain help with your memory? What was that? The gurgling makes it hard to understand? I see the recognition in your eyes, though. You know what else I see? Death. Thank you so much for that. Watching you and the others die, I might have been wrong in thinking that this is such a noble death. If I may quote one of your ancestors, the last words you'll ever hear, Charles would take solace upon them. Hope you do as well. It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. It is a far, far better rest that I go to than I have ever known. His efforts to speak produced frothy blood that gurgled from his mouth. She smiled as she taunted him, like a cat playing with a mouse. As he lost consciousness and the blackness of death overtook him, she put on his cap and a park cleaner's suit with a vest. Her blood-stained clothes from last night were stuffed into her litter pouch. She put that over her shoulder, grabbed the pick stick, and left the shed, promising to return what she borrowed the next time she was in town. Next was planning for her trip to Warsaw. Thank you, and salute.